Time for Watch This, jerks?
Yes.
What you watching?
Am I the only person who watched a movie in the last week?
Fuck these movies. They're too long. Although I saw that Everything Everywhere All at Once, or whatever that's called, is now available to buy on streaming services for $20.
I want to see that. My daughter saw that in the theaters of all.
Yeah, I could lay out $20 for that. I wouldn't feel too bad about that.
Nah, probably not. But I watched another independent movie. I think it's independent. I don't know.
Did you have to lay out $20 for it?
No, it's on what is it on Paramount Plus? I watched The Northman, which is I forget the name of the director. It's the guy who directed The Lighthouse and The Witch, but the W is two V's. The Witch. It's got Anya Taylor-Joy in it. Huh? Yeah. He makes weird movies, and The Northman is no exception to that. If you were like, oh, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but a movie, but on acid, then if I got the movie for you, The Northman is graphically violent, and yet also sometimes a little too slow. It's long. It's beautiful at the same time, like cinematography wise, and just the look of the film.
It sounded a lot like Iron Fist until you said it looks beautiful.
It's because it's got these big sweeping landscapes of Iceland, and everything was filmed on location, and they do a really good job of using the environment. You know, they try to apparently things are very accurate. Like I checked afterwards, like, oh, I wonder how accurate this is to, you know, how things may have been. But then there's also like supernatural things that pop up out of nowhere. So I'm like, so this is as realistic as it could possibly be. And now we have like supernatural stuff going on also. So the tonality wise, it kind of shifts a lot. Also, I hate to say it because it sounds rude, but Nicole Kidman's face doesn't match with this movie because, you know, it looks like this.
Oh.
Yeah, she's had too much work done to be able to be in a period piece anymore. It just doesn't work. Like you could tell that her face has been like.
Maybe she's a mongoloid. She could be a mongoloid.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, or somebody with a.
I did like it, and I think Cheapy would really like it. I think Shipwreck would hate it.
All right, I would watch that.
I think you'll like it.
You'd be signing up for Paramount Plus right now.
I'm not doing that.
No, I don't think you need to sign up. I'm not saying go out of your way to watch it.
Are you excited the Beavis and Butthead movies coming to Paramount Plus?
Yeah, I'll survive.
You're not
going to. What do you mean? It's good. The first one was good.
You have this service.
He's watching it,
and you're not going to watch the new Beavis and Butthead movie.
I mean, I'm sure I'll give it a shot.
Day one, he's watching that.
You're going to watch it like
10:30
a.m. in the morning. 10:30
a.m. That's being watched whenever the day is that it comes out.
I did watch Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story again because that was on. Exactly. That's on there now.
I rest my case.
I love that movie. That movie is so good. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yes, we've talked about it a million times. It's fun.
I know because I love that movie.
How about Obi-Wan? Is it as good as Obi-Wan?
I haven't watched the new episode yet. Have you?
Neither. No, I've watched 3.
Yes, that is as many as I
was shocked to learn that there's only 6 episodes of this because not much has happened in these 3 episodes, and they got a lot I heard, and then I saw on Twitter people complain that nothing happened in the 4th episode. And
maybe that's the whole point of the show is that nothing really happens.
It's the Seinfeld of the Star Wars universe. I don't know. It's not a good.
Everything is the Seinfeld of the Star Wars universe
these days. They're going for it.
Where are these Jedi?
Where are these Jedi?
Where are these Jedi?
Why does this Jedi look like a Jedi when he's supposed to be in disguise? What does he do? What are these Jedi doing?
Jerry, there's a Jedi. He's a Jedi.
People are now, I noticed, not afraid to come out and say that Obi-Wan is not firing on all cylinders. I noticed today seemed to be the turning point on Twitter where people felt like okay to just come out and say this is not a good TV show. So without people jumping on them.
I really don't think it's a bad TV show, but whatever.
It's not that it's I feel like there's just something inherently wrong with the concept of taking a beloved childhood hero and then having 3 hours of him kind of sucking, right? I understand he does get into a fight and he beats up some guys, but he basically as a character, he sucks. Like, especially when you know him as like this iconic you know, kind
I
of
mean,
busted.
Kind of what they do
But
with everything now, though, isn't it?
Also, he kind of sucks in A New Hope.
okay, but he's old and dying, and it's, you know,
I'm just saying,
I
he kind of
understand,
sucks.
but we've seen him like in the. I mean, I haven't, but other people have seen him in like the cartoons and stuff, and I'm sure he's like really cool and doing like, you know, doing the Force and knocking the guys together and not killing them. So it's just kind of hard to watch him just be lame.
I don't know. What I say is true from a certain point of view.
Hey, oh God. All right. Well, hopefully.
The only talk in rhymes.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole time.
That's his thing now. He just talks in rhymes the entire time.
The whole time.
It's not even that interesting. It's not even that interesting.
That would be awesome.
I hope, you know, like there's always like some good moments in these shows, at least even the bad ones. Like there's some moments where you're like, okay, I'm glad I saw that. And I don't want to spoil anything from like the first 3 episodes.
We'll talk about this later. I sense Darth Vader.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you just spoiled it though. Anyway, whatever.
Trailer.
Okay, I don't know what some people just like to not hear.
The Star Wars thing has Darth Vader in it?
He has a lightsaber, red lightsaber. I clapped when I saw it. It's you know, anyway, there's always good moments in these shows, but it's just how many are they imbalance like the Force? Is it just too many dumb moments that weigh down the show, or is it like a nice balance of dumb moments and like cool moments?
Do we not have like a hero character in Star Wars? Is that like not allowed? Like that there's just somebody who people want to root for constantly?
Well, Luke, CG Luke is okay. He's still on the menu. CG Luke can do no wrong.
But actually, no. CG. Well, Luke sucks. I mean, that's his whole arc. Is that Luke is a failure? That's his whole character arc. Is the failure of Luke Skywalker?
Wait, from the 3 movies?
No,
the originals?
We can't talk about these new movies, dude.
The new trilogy.
Well, yeah, everybody.
The
sucks.
new trilogy.
Everybody
exists.
sucks. Like
yeah,
the new trilogy.
As I say, the new trilogy only exists because Luke Skywalker is a complete and utter failure. He can't train one Jedi.
The whole theme of Star Wars, though, is it's turned into everybody is a super flawed character. Right? Like that's every character in Star Wars now is like, oh, this is the guy you like, but he kind of sucks too because he's like a normal dude. Like we all have problems.
Right.
It's like, why can't there just be somebody in Star Wars? It's like, hey, I'm awesome. I'm the Star Wars guy. You want to root for me? I'm gonna go use some Force here. It's gonna be cool.
That's the Mandalorian.
Mostly.
That's the Mandalorian. That's the Mandalorian.
It is. Yeah, and that's why it's enjoyable, right?
I think that's part of why it works. Yeah, and that's
CG
why
Luke. CG Luke was good too. He didn't fuck up.
CG Luke, but you know he's going to, and he does screw up. He screws up big time in Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
In the book of Boba Fett, Luke Skywalker is literally on the path of self-destruction in the book of Boba Fett because he doesn't understand why the Jedi failed in the first place, and he plans on repeating that scenario that you brought it up.
I don't like any of that story though, because it's all like the new stuff, and it's just
basically, you know, you
have
Luke Skywalker, whose goal is to open Jedi school, and he can't. In his first student, he loses because he doesn't understand that the Jedi rules are too rigid, and he needs to go from this medieval form of Jediism to this more Protestant Jediism.
Exactly.
That as times change.
And he needs to allow gay marriage and abortions.
Basically.
Exactly.
If he allowed Jedi, it's the whole Jedi, priest versus,
young boys. Speaking of priests and boys, are you watching The Boys season 3?
I haven't. I know it's supposedly kind of crazy. But
there's 3 episodes out.
And
it's really good. It's really good and really disturbing.
Is it good? Because I did not enjoy the end of the 2nd season, which is why I haven't watched the 3rd season.
The 3rd episode, I found like some of the characters acted a little weird, and maybe it's just because we don't know what's going on yet, but it's pretty crazy and very violent. If you don't like people watching people explode and seeing all their bits, this is not the show for you. But if you do like seeing, the Justice League on crack.
There are so many body parts in the Northman.
Right.
Like just strewn about body parts that I can't imagine that the boys would be any worse.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good show so far. I sort of forgot what happened last season.
My son is very loud.
I know, I can hear him.
Elliot, we can all hear you.
Stop saying the N-word, Elliot. Come on, man. You're like old enough to know better.
Yeah.
The boys.
I
the
would
boys
get
is good.
up if
Boys
that
is real
happens.
Good. The boys is really good. I recommend. Big recommend.
I did watch the first episode of Ms. Marvel.
How's that?
That's good. I mean, as we've discussed before, I've read probably every issue, at least every issue that's available through Marvel Unlimited. So every issue up until the last 3 months, because they're 3 months behind. I'm a big fan of that series. I'm a big fan of the character. I've read that. I've read the Champions. I'm pretty in the weeds with Ms. Marvel. So the first episode for me felt a little slow because I know everything that's going to happen.
They're going with like a certain series?
They're literally starting with issue 1 of Ms. Marvel.
Got it.
So if you read issue 1, it's very much following that book, which isn't a problem. It makes a lot of sense. I just think they're taking a little bit too long to get from point A to point B in that first episode. I think that 49 minutes, I think it is, could have been the first half hour with 20 minutes of whatever the next episode is going to be about. But that's basically that.
This one's TV PG though, right? Like,
yeah.
I can watch this with my kids.
Yeah, probably. There was really nothing in it that it's definitely more teen focused, more kid friendly, it's brighter a lot. 90% of it is just her talking about how, being a teen is tough. The first scene of the show is her taking her driver's test, and she goes in reverse by accident and hits the car behind her. And that's the end of the driving test.
You're spoiling this for me.
I know, that's the first 2 minutes of the show. But that's the feel of the show. It's that kind of wah wah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm down for this one.
Yeah, no, I think you'll like it, and I think it's gonna. I don't know. I haven't watched anymore. I think it will pick up. I think they just have a lot to establish.
You have nothing to base that on.
I don't. I just know this is a character that a lot of people are unfamiliar with, so I understand why there's more setup than normal.
You just did a preview for episodes coming up that you have no idea what are in them.
Right.
I mean, I do, because I read the first series of comics.
But didn't they have to change the way her powers work or something?
Yeah.
I
did change her powers, and I just want them to explain it in a way where the powers that they have are only unique to her, and that it's not, because what they did was it's now through like a bracelet that she wears. She has the powers.
Uh-oh.
And I don't want it to be like a Green Lantern situation where anyone could just throw on a ring and now they're a Green Lantern.
Right.
If you're telling me that she has the powers because that bracelet can only be worn by her, or they established that it came from her grandmother, like it could only be worn by her or her grandmother.
I don't mean to pull nerd rank, but I feel like the Green Lantern ring, not anyone can just wear it. Like I wouldn't be able to, like if the Green Lantern took his ring off and put it down.
You could put it on.
Yeah, but wouldn't it just go right back to him?
Oh, it would fly. It would.
I couldn't
fly
use
off
it. I couldn't use it. Like
if if the Green Lantern didn't will it back to him, then yeah.
Like if he was just
until it ran out of charge.
I think the Green Lantern could allow you to use it.
But like if he was like having a wank or something and not paying attention, and I took his ring,
then you could use it.
And I could use it if he didn't know.
Yeah.
He wouldn't know as soon as I started making.
Well, then he would be like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" And he'd be like, "Green Lantern ring."
Wait. What's the first thing you're gonna make?
Oh, a giant pile of weed, obviously. Green. Okay. It's green already. It's gonna be great. It's synergy.
Can you smoke Green Lantern weed?
it's made out of like light energy or something.
Like bullshit. A bong, maybe a big bong. It's got to be. I feel like the synergy there with the green. So it's got to be something. Got to be something good.
Yeah.
Or a big ping pong table.
Maybe
those are green too.
You could also make a big ping pong paddle, and you could just have it play for you.
Wait, is this a larger than normal ping pong table?
Yeah, big one for
like the size of a tennis court.
No, that's silly. That would suck. That wouldn't work at all. I can't see that becoming
the best
popular.
part is some people are going to comment and tell us what the rules are with the
Oh my God, I know. It's good. It's good.
And it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to have to read that next week. And either I'm right or you're right. And either way, I don't care.
Right. Perfect. Is that it for Watch This Jerks? That's it for the jerks.